So look, I know that most of my subs are probably not going to like this video very much. It may even lose me some subs, but it is what it is. We'll talk about Donald Trump, how he's just completely given us the whole shaft on this thing, you know. And I don't think a lot of people on the right actually see it. So there was this thing called Operation Trust between 1921 and 1926 in Russia. It was a fake anti-Bolshevik resistance organization called Monarchist Union of Central Russia. Now you need to understand that back then, during the Communist Revolution of Russia, the conservatives were monarchists because that's their tradition. There was Imperial Russia, so they were basically the conservatives against the communists. And so the communists created a whole fake anti-Bolshevik resistance organization, and they used it to identify actual monarchists. We'll just call them conservatives because they were conservatives at the time. It was set up to identify conservatives. It was also set up to convince conservatives to sit on their hands and not do anything. That everything was going according to some plan, and that all the military mobilization and all that, not to worry about that because they were going after the Bolsheviks, which they weren't, the whole time. And people sat on their hands and thought that everything was fine until the communists took over completely. And, this is very, very much like the QAnon movement. It's almost identical to the QAnon movement. I believe QAnon is a fake bullshit psyop, and that's what led to the Capitol building incident on the 6th. Okay? So if you've never heard of Operation Trust, yeah, you should check it out. It rings just like QAnon. Sounds just like it. Now, Trump is really kind of leaving us in a bad way on the right, anyone who's pro-liberty. He's done a lot of really shady shit, especially in this last year. So, sitting back and letting people be locked down. He's been a damn Moderna salesman. He's basically working with Gates to push all these vaccines. I'm not a fan of any of his actions lately. And he passed this bump stock ban. And everyone's like, oh, it's just bump stocks. You're stupid. You don't need a bump stock. Well, read the bill. Go read the bill. I dare you. Because it leaves a lot of stuff open for Democrats. Like, for example, if they wanted to, using that bill, they could just turn around and say, oh yeah, scopes, we're banning magazines, we can ban some ammunition, yeah, you can have a firearm, but no trigger group, do whatever they want with that. So Trump has made leaps and bounds, great strides for gun control. And now he's going to take even bigger strides to help the Democrat Party by forming the Patriot Party, Donald Trump's Patriot Party, which is going to split the vote even further on the right. Now it'll be Republicans, Libertarians, and Patriot Party. Now I understand being sick of the Republicans. They're terrible. They don't stand up for their constituents. They don't stand up to the left. They're very much hand sitters. They're real weak, and I get that. I understand why people are just like, hey, just go to this Patriot Party. But look, the idea has been for a long time that this hope that the Democrat Party will splinter apart. And that's not the case. It's going to be the Republican Party that splinters apart, and then rest in peace any right-wing parties. Just forget about it. We're going to have Democrat presidents from here on out. And I thank Trump for that. Oh, and his whole new Patriot Party. There already was a Patriot Party in the 1960s and 80s. Interestingly enough, it says not to be associated with Donald Trump's proposed political party, which it isn't the same thing. But funny thing about the Patriot Party that ran from the 60s to the 80s, it was a socialist organization. I mean, 12 of them got arrested under COINTELPRO. If you watch some of my earlier videos, I talk about COINTELPRO a lot. I talk about all these communist things that were happening in the 60s and 70s, because they're echoing today. You know, the Patriot Party was a member of original Rainbow Coalition, Black Panther Party, United Front Against Fascism. Yeah, pretty interesting. The Patriot Party. But Donald Trump, I have to say, he's been playing 3D chess. You guys been right. He's been playing 3D chess the whole time. He's just been playing 3D chess against the right, and he's actually a lot better at it than I ever gave him credit for. He's caused more damage to the right in this country than anyone fucking ever, probably. So, thanks, Trump. I mean, what's the best thing that he did in office? He passed a bunch of gun control. He allowed a bunch of lockdowns. He cut my taxes like $47 a year. Thanks, Trump. Oh, and there's lots of things he did do that I did like. You know, any tax cut's good. His anti-war stance was great, but we can just forget about that. We'll be back to war in a month. Moderna salesman, pushing vaccines on everybody. Man, I feel like the right in this country really, really got played. Is my point. I think you've all been played by Trump, and I know you don't want to hear it. I know it's not gonna. This video will not fly over well with my audience because my audience is right, mostly. I mean, I do have some left-wing subscribers and stuff that I talk to from time to time, but mostly right, because I'm mostly right. I'm on the right for sure. But you may not like it. I may lose subs over it. You'll probably get some thumbs down. But this is what I see, guys. This is just what I see. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to fucking like what I have to say. You don't have to follow my channel. It don't matter. I appreciate every sub I get, but I'm just keeping it real. This is what I see, and just putting it out there. So today, it was the inauguration, and now we have Biden in office and Harris. And, Democrats control everything, and we're just going to have to wait and see what happens, I guess. But if Trump launches his Patriot Party, I think that Democrats will only get more and more people in the House and Senate, and more presidents. So, yeah, I feel like Trump really let everyone down, and most people aren't even seeing it for what it is. That's the point of this video. So, give me a like, sub, fucking unsub, thumb me down, call me a dickhead, whatever you want to do. Thanks for watching. This has been DWB. Remember, don't be a fucking commie.